Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Motorsport Manager. It's week 32 of competition, and we are into the second race of the season, and off to a fantastic start, second in the Constructors, just 1 point off the lead. But our car's not the competitive. What we really gained from was our pit crew. Our pit crew is fantastic, and it really helped us move towards the front in that race. I'm desperately trying to get the car improved. However, it's going to be a little while. As we've had just a couple weeks, what I've managed to do is I've managed to get the first car that much more reliable. Everything was in the high 70s. Now everything's in the high 80s. I also have a new wing on the car. But not the best one yet. Second best one is ready, so that's on De Vries's car. And the original one that we were working on is now on Verline's car. The better one, the best one we're going to get on this season, it's only at 52%, so it won't be ready till next week. Now, because that one isn't on the car, De Vries is actually a little bit angry right now, but we'll deal with that. Okay, there's no sponsor bonus this week. Last week's last race's bonus was the sponsorship that was replaced. We've got a little bit better balance by about $250,000. Plus, we picked up about $4.5 million for the 8-race deal. So pretty good. It put our balance right back up where it was, and actually slightly above where it was. Despite multiple new parts. The current set of new parts that we're working on are brakes. So because of how fast they can be put together, I've gone for brakes so that we can make some improvements to the car almost right away. The trick will be how to get them on the car, as only one car is fairly reliable at this point, but it's only the second race of the season, so we'll get our parts in good shape relatively quick. Alright, so we're on to Tondela in Portugal, and it's Friday, it's practice. No weight stripping yet. Maybe. Yes, let's look just at De Vries's car. You can see here Verline's not in good shape for that. He's got 80%, and of course the engine, but that's a spec part. But we could do a little bit. There we go. I don't want to drop too low, so we'll just do 5% there and 5% here. But there you go. We can gain 85 in performance already by doing some weight stripping. Alright, we definitely need to move the balance towards acceleration. And here's our tire choices for this week. We've got 5 sets of mediums, 4 sets of softs, and that's what we get for the week. And I don't have to switch from one set of tires to another set during the race day, is what I found out during the last race. But we have a very limited set of tires for the weekend. So based on that last race, I pretty much expect that I'll be sticking with the medium for the entirety of the race. Ooh, we need more downforce based on the other cars, so let's go ahead and put in some downforce. That's where I got that from, was seeing that a moment ago. And we definitely need to move the speed balance towards the acceleration side quite a bit. Alright, now I want to get the race trim down, because that's where the points come from. We're not going to be qualifying pole So if I can get the race trim down and get the bonuses there, I'm not as worried about the qualifying bonus. Even though it was nice starting middle of the pack last time. Alright, get both cars out on the track. And I'm going to go back with my old scheme of getting the setup right first. And then we can run laps and get everything up as fast as we can. There we go, heading into the pits. Alright, speed balance is looking excellent. That's good. That's one out of the way. Downforce has some work to do. It's okay. Looks like we need a lot of downforce probably. And handling was great. I don't know which way to go with it. But we do need to get our speed balance back on track, so there you go. Okay, and from this one it looks like it is more downforce that we're going to need, so we'll put in a bit more downforce. The handling I want to get locked on. There we go. Speed balance, that's still off a bit. That's going to take a little longer, but we'll deal. Alright, getting both cars back out on the track. Okay, triple greats here, so we're close. 96%. Speed balance needs to come back just a hair to the left. And the handling's still great, so maybe a little more to the right. Wrong way, there we go. And then downforce. Okay, race trim's just about to hit level 1. There's DeVries. Oh, wow, this did not go well. Alright, so handling still locked in. Downforce is close. So we'll put on a little bit more downforce. And then speed balance went the wrong way. So we need to get to like the edge of the P. There we go. Now that should be good or close for both. So let's at least run one lap. Alright, going hot lap here. Oof, not very good times. Still in the back, but of course tires are already worn and they got full load of fuel both. Alright, Verline very close. Just a little more tweaking in the downforce will get us there. We're at 98% now. Okay, we'll push a little more to the left. Okay. And race trim is close. And there's 6 minutes. So, for a line, I'm just going to switch to the qualifying trim. And DeVries, we've got set up right. 98%, not perfect, but with everything excellent. We'll stick with that. He's going to stay on the race trim so that we can get that to level 3. Actually, probably should have switched the tires out, but let's make sure we get there. Alright, medium tires are at level 3, so we'll be able to switch those off to at least get a little boost for qualifying with the time that's left. He's going to have to go one more lap, looks like, though. There we go. Level 3 race trim, so DeVries is coming in this time. These are both coming in this time. Alright, so now it's all about bonuses. We're going to switch him to qualifying trim and put on the softs. And Verline is already on the qualifying trim. I'll put him on the softs and get him out there. Hopefully we can at least get level 1 bonus. Okay, there's level 1 qualifying trim. Can we get the tires up as well? Verline's getting one more lap. Excellent. Oh, what? It stopped. Why did it stop? Ah, it was like 1% away. Wow, Nick DeVries, second. I wasn't even pushing. That was just running softs. Verline 14th. Oh, that bonus would have been handy though for the qualifying. Yeah, that would have been helpful. It's only 5%, but that would have been helpful. It would have given me 10 overall. Alright, we head to qualifying. And let's go ahead and stagger them. We'll get Verline out first. And then DeVries is going to come out right as Verline gets his setup locked down. Alright, brakes are going to get warmed up here pretty quick. Okay, there we go. Let's get those tire temps up. Just a quick little dog leg there. Shouldn't affect the brake temperatures too much. Okay, getting pretty close on both. Watch the cornering here. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Tire temp, tire temp. Ooh. Almost. Okay. Now we'll get DeVries sent out. And it's his turn. Here comes Verline for his hot lap, so DeVries will be just a little bit behind him on the track. Here's our heavy braking section. Don't want to heat those brakes up too fast. We need to get those tires up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, here's that braking. Yeah, let those cool. Okay, got the tire temp just perfect. Brakes are way too hot though. Okay, so how's Verline doing? P1 at the moment. You got the first time. Don't get too excited there. So far only 3/10, 5/10 off. Still last. And he's at least 3/10 off everyone else. So Verline is going to struggle a little bit. De Vries, his car is a little better than Verlijn's this week, so there should be a significant gap between the two of them. But De Vries, terrible first sector time. Field's going to be a bit more spread out today than it was last time, apparently. Verlijn's more than a second behind at this point, in next to last. De Vries, much better second sector. Okay, we're going to get Verlijn sent out again right away here as De Vries finishes his lap barely ahead of Verlijn. De Vries had a terrible first sector that really hurt him. So Verlijn's heading back out for a second go on the same tires. Shoot, I didn't change those. I should have changed those. This isn't going to be a good time. Bring him in. I messed up. Okay, so De Vries is going to go first this time, apparently. Change the tires. There we go. I'm a little used to the Formula 1 game where it automatically does that when you're in qualifying. Okay, I do have a little bit of time. How long is the lap taking? 1:21. I need to make sure that I'm out there at about 2 minutes. Alright, slow down for this section. That's the heavy braking. We don't want to heat those brakes up too early. Get these tires going. There's the braking. Back on the gas. There we go. Yeah, slow down, slow down. Tires are cooling off too fast though. Come on. Alright, we're getting close here. Okay, that's a lot closer together than it was. Verlijn, we got 2 minutes, so we're okay. Change the tires. There you go. Especially since I'm going to be running mediums in the race anyway. And there goes De Vries heading on to his hot lap. Keep an eye on those sector times as best we can. Right now we are 18th and 19th, which epitomizes where our car is at. Alright, Verlijn. Wait until we come out of here and then get on the gas. Drive it hard, drive it hard. Go. Yep. And braking section, not too hard. Cool down, cool down, cool down. Okay, heat it back up a little bit. There we go, there we go. Not bad, not bad. Yeah. Heavy braking, heavy braking. Okay, almost came together. That's pretty close. De Vries moves up to 16th is all. And here goes Verlijn. Let's go ahead and speed through. He's already set for his time. We'll see what his time is. De Vries drops back down to 18th. Verlijn is currently 19th. He's got a good lap going. Improves his time. Still can't get ahead of De Vries. So Alessi is way behind, but otherwise, field spread out. It's only a second, but we're at the bottom. Alright, it's race day. We head on to Sunday. We are in Portugal for race 2 of the championship. And we are much more set this time for a good race day. Medium tires, 15% performance bonus. Race trim, 15%, so 30% bonuses overall. So we might be starting in the back, but we've got the cars well set. Setup is perfect. We are not going to run the softs though. We are running mediums for both stints. 23 laps, 28 overall, so we're not going to need to add much fuel. We should have quick pit stops. Driver strategy. Same as last race, Verlijn is still running real threat of having a difficult race, and now Nick De Vries is at that 80% mark pretty much across the board, plus a little bit of performance gain out there. So De Vries Should be able to hold out a little bit longer here, but not too long. But we definitely want to get Verline calmed down almost immediately. Starting from the back of the grid. Graham Rahal starting on top. Okay, a lot of medium tires out there, not too many softs, and Savanin is starting on a used set of super softs. So he's not going to last long on those at all. We quickly go to the back. Alessi gets a fantastic start up to 15th, 12th already from last. Verline trying to make a move. Saw 15th for a moment, but it was too wide, 3 wide to be exact, and couldn't hold on to it. But here's Verline trying to make a move now. We're on the outside, going the long way around. Can't complete the pass though, or can he? There goes Verline, finally, and De Vries sneaks right in there with him. So both cars making some progress early on here through the back of the field. Look at it, temperatures, tire temps are right where we want them at the moment. But they are burning through these tires pretty quick, already at 90% as we start lap 2. Markelov has crashed. We got a yellow flag just in sector 1, so Markelov is out of this race. Okay, Verline's time to back off, even though you were up to 13th, which is nice. Okay, De Vries is in traffic. Let's see if you can push through a little bit. Up to 15th now, ahead of those 2 cars. You got one more spot to where Verline is. I might try to make one more pass before I back you off. Nope, it's time. Okay, 15th. So we'll settle into these positions. Wow! You just got slaughtered in that corner, and so did Verline. That was Delatraz. Delatraz made 3 passes. No, it's King, isn't it? There you go, Verline making a move on the outside. De Vries tries to follow, but can't complete the pass. But we're running 14th and 16th. That's a lot better than 18th, 19th, where we started, but still not so good. De Vries trying to make a move now. Can't complete the pass. And there goes King. It was King earlier. King makes a move again. De Vries right on Verline's tail. De Vries should be the one ahead of the 2, but both cars kind of holding each other up here a bit. Okay. Pit stops is where I'm going to make my money on this one, and that's not going to happen until about lap 14, so we've got to hang on for quite a while as De Vries just slides backwards. Last place on the grid at the moment, 19th. Remember, Markelov is out of this race. De Vries competing for next to last spot. Verline's doing a little bit better in this race. Running 15th still, but pretty sizable gap ahead. Savanin has pit already, so those softs that he started on, used soft tires, did not last him long. He's going to probably have to pit twice. Okay, and the first round of pit stops have begun. A few cars are in. Has come from used tires already. What the heck, guys? This is going to be a 2-stopper. Delatraz, loose wheel net. Whoa. They have loose wheel nuts on here finally. That's the first time I've ever seen that in a race, and I've played a lot of hours of this game. I wonder if that's a recent addition. Maybe because the poor Haas team has had a lot of trouble with that this year. As an American, I do try to support them, and it's been difficult to see the challenges that they have faced, especially from advantageous positions in the grid. Okay, Verline needs to come in. I am not going to make it to the end of this race without making 2 stops, and if it's going to take 2 stops, I'm not adding fuel on this stop, so it's going to be a quick one. Holy cow, that front wing is looking horrible already. Okay, so Verline's going to come in this time, which means let's run you hot and try to get you in a little bit faster. De Vries really should be coming in too. It's only a 3-second stop, but how far back are you? About 3 seconds. They're both coming in. Same lap. It's difficult to do that. There could be a holdup, but if it's only 3 seconds. Let's see how long the wait is. No wait at all. They just came in and out at the same time, so no holdup. No holdup. Good. So De Vries was able to come in behind Verline without any problems. Now that does mean I can push because I made it 10 laps. If I make it another 10 laps, we only have 8 to go till the end of the race, and there's no way I'm trying the softs because look at this. King is the only car out there on softs, and he's already gonna have to come in again a second time here real soon. So very abrasive track. It's just ripping the tires apart today, and it's gonna be a 2-stopper. Alright, we are 14th and 17th at the moment. Not looking so good on that, but the quick 3-second stop, we should make up some more ground on the next one, hopefully, with that pit crew. It's going to take top 6 to get in the points. The other way to get points outside of finishing in the top 6 for this racing level is fast lap or pole. Get 2 points for either of those. I don't think we're in contention really for either. Wow, really? Cheers. Heating up that fast, huh? Okay, De Vries running 15th, trying to make a move on Jorg. Here we go. De Vries makes a pass for 14th, but it's tight behind him. Peugeot is on softs, so he's probably got a little bit of an edge there. It's going to be hard for De Vries to keep him behind. And just ahead here is Verline, about a straightaway. Tires are a little bit hot, and they don't appear to be cooling off, which is going to be bad for tire wear. De Vries is kind of hanging on here. We only need to get to the last 10 for that final stop. We're just about to that point now. 10 to go. I'm going to try to stagger him. I think Verline's going to come in this lap and run 9 laps to the end. Nick De Vries just moved up to 13th now. He's climbing his way up. Delatraz, King, and Savanin have all stopped twice already. Savanin just stopped. Okay, so last stop. Okay, that should get us to the end, right? Yeah. Part condition. That wing's hanging on. It's still 31%, but now a lot of other parts are joining it in that range. 9 seconds, the estimated race stop time for the final stop of the race. And you look at the grid, NATO might. If there's any one car that could make it the distance, it's NATO. That's the only one who has significant tires left. Pagenaud is having to do some repairs while he is in. Good stop for Verline. Out 9.02. We'll round that off. So pit ranking was 4th. And he comes out ahead of 2 cars. Steady Camera and Savanin are behind him. So good job there. He should be good to go for the distance now. Save those tires a bit for the end. Meanwhile, De Vries needs to come in this time. Staying with the mediums. For one, they've got the bonus that we need. And that should be exactly what we need. Yes. So 9 seconds for the stop. Front wing's not doing well at 39%. However, everything else is holding up just fine. Let's get him to the pits here a little bit faster. Alright, DeVries into the pits. Final stop of the race. And it's a good one. 9.095, a little bit slower. About a tenth of a second slower than Verline's. And DeVries comes out in 14th. So we've got Verline 12th, DeVries is 14th. And there's still a whole group of cars ahead that are going to need to stop. And King's going to need to stop a third time as well. Steady Camera just passed Verline though. So the cars are now about the same distance they had before, but just off from each other. Steady Camera looks like he's got a mechanical, might have to stop again for that. And Tench is coming in. Was the fastest car, running second though when she came in. But doing some repairs, so that could take a while. Alright, and so both cars move up a spot. 12th and 13th now. Still a lot of cars ahead that need to pit, but can we climb into the top 6? I'm not sure if we can get that high up. It looks like we can definitely climb into the top 10. Alessi for one, King for another are going to have to stop. And let's see, Jorg, we should be able to move ahead of Jorg. NATO, maybe. I think Rahal is going to keep the lead, or at least definitely ahead of us. And Matsushita, probably 38 seconds back of Matsushita. I don't think we're going to catch them. Alright, Jorg coming out just behind us. So we're up to 11th and 12th now. 5 laps to go. Okay, we're going to turn up the mode here on DeVries. Verline, I'm a little nervous to do that. And in fact, there you go. Dropping into the danger zone with 5 laps still to go. Nope, ignore. Alright, into the top 10 now, as King does pit for a third time. Alessi still hasn't pit, NATO still hasn't pit, Rahal still hasn't pit, and Matsushita thinks he can make it to the end on softs. Probably can. Rahal's in now. Okay, looks like we're going to move up one spot here ahead of Alessi. Both cars into the top 10 now. Still outside of the points though. Steady Camera, Savanin, a little lower on tires. Maybe, just maybe, they'll have to pit, or somebody will have to do something about repairing some parts. Right, so a mechanical is about our best bet right now for getting ahead. I think NATO, I'll get ahead of NATO. There's about a 21 second gap to NATO. Still not pitting. Are they going to try to go the distance on that? They're going to lose a ton of time. Verline in 9th, DeVries behind him in 10th, has closed that gap a lot. There was a pretty good gap between them, but DeVries' car is in much better shape, and so are his tires. Graham Rahal setting fastest sectors now on a used set of softs that he put on. Oh, 6%. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Just a few laps to go, though. We're going to try to hang on for Verline. If you pit now, you're going to be pretty much last place anyway, so... Ooh, car ahead. Steady Camera is having a mechanical. Trying to head to the pits. There's one position. That's what we had to hope for. 8th. Getting closer to the point. Somebody also ahead. NATO is pitting. Just that 2-second variety, though. We didn't gain enough. And he put on a used set of softs. Some other cars are pitting now. No, that's Steady Camera still coming out. Oh, DeVries! What's going on back here? DeVries, come on, dude. Let's go ahead and use up those tires. Okay, check back in. Verline's running a little bit better in 8th. Savannah's tires are definitely struggling, but it's definitely going to take a mechanical for us to get ahead of anyone else at this point. 7 seconds back of Savannah. We're not going to gain that in 1 lap. That's if we even make it through the lap. Alright, DeVries is up to 9th, so DeVries got around 10th. I think we can push it all the way to the end. We have enough fuel anyway. And the car's condition is holding up, even though it's close. Okay, Rahal picks up the win. Pretty sizable lead over Matsushita, and a huge lead over Galil. Looks like we're going to hang on for a solid 8th and 9th place. There's no points involved in that. And that was my real worry about competing here, is you only get points for the top 6. And we're going to struggle to be in the top 6. Top 10 is a great finish for a team coming in with as weak of a car as we have. But no matter, it's still no points despite both cars finishing inside the top 10. So it's a confidence builder. But we're going to have to crack that top 6 a bit more. It is still good because if you're only 2 places outside of the top 6 and only 1 car had a mechanical ahead of us, so you take that car out, we're still both cars 9th and 10th running top 10. So strong pit stops is helping. Make a few improvements to the parts on the car, and I think we can crack that top 6 a little bit this season. Podiums like we had in the first race isn't going to happen very often, but top 10s and the occasional top 6, I think we'll be able to manage. So there's a really good chance that we'll at least be secure and retain our place in this tier for next season. And then as we continue to improve the car, it might only take a couple years to get to that point where we are competing for a Constructors' Championship. And looking to get up to that top tier here, known as the World Motorsport Challenge. Elsewhere, you know it is Formula 1. Just missing the points. And Rahal gets the pole position bonus 2 points and the fastest lap bonus 2 points. Plus 10 for the win. So 14 points. That's a huge 14 points for Rahal. So we remain on 9 points, but we only drop 1 place to 3rd in the Constructors. Haas picks up 9 points after they had 0 in the last race, so they really gained some ground. But you can already see where we're at on this. There's some points at the bottom outside of MP. There's 13 rounds for this championship, so we've got a long ways to go. I'll be doing race number 3 off camera, and I'll see you again for race number 4. But that does it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.